Okay, this is a little tutorial on how to do a little Caylex for the strawberry pin cushions. I'm using this raw edge chiffon, and it must be about 1.25 inches wide, and I'm going with 14 inches, so I'm going 10 and another 4. I'm cutting it at an angle. And this is what they call a mountain for SRE. This little quilting thing is perfect for it. So we're going to start with our angle here, fold up to the 1 inch mark and fold back down. Use your applique pins, pin it about the midsection, fold it up, and it's persnickety, so you may have to pin it a few times in a few places to get it to really hold. Fold it up and fold it down all on the inch line, and doing it, you know, like that, in a manner that makes it look like an M or a mountain. So it's overlapping, but it's staying at that angle like an M, like a letter M. We're going to have to pick this up and sew it, so make sure that you pin it well. I'm going to use single thread, just regular thread. This is chiffon. I'm just, you know, going to do a gather stitch along the bottom of the ribbon once I get there. I'm going to cut off the extra. Be careful not to cut what you got going on down here. Okay, matching thread. And like I said, single. I tried it with double, but double wound up being just snaggy. It was just way too snaggy. So I'm just going to do double, or single rather, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems about right. Again, this is just chiffon. It could slip right through. It seems easier to sew it this direction, and what I'm doing is I'm folding over that last bit of that M, and I'm going to put a little tack stitch back here just to tack it so that it doesn't pull through, even though it's chiffon. Okay, now we'll do our gather stitch along pretty close to the bottom of the ribbon that you can. Pulls through so much easier as a single. These aren't galloping stitches, but they're not real tiny either. If your pins fall out, reattach them as you go. Or if it's past the mark, you can take them out. When I get down here to the end, I am going to fold over that single layer of leftover edge there. Fold it to the back, because this will be the top. Okay, so I've got to the edge and included, oh, I did not include the edge. Let me just put one more stitch in here so I can make it to the edge and include that folded over bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take out the pins. They are kind of hard to see. Okay, now, because I am trying to make it curl around, I do want this to be, my thread to be on the front side. So let's go ahead and bring it through to the front. And I am going to overlap these then, because that's how I want to end it that way. But this is, of course, much too big. So let's give it a pull and tighten it a little bit. Grab your little strawberry and see if that matches up the way you want it to. And then tack it to itself here with just a couple of stitches. Let's let that stick out. It's part of our wonderful Caylex. Okay, just a tacking stitch. I do want it to come out on the top when we go to attach it to the strawberry. Okay, now this is going to be covered on top by some sort of accoutrement or decoration or whatever have you that you find in your pile of lovelies. And that eventually will be sewed down and will be what really holds the calyx on. So this is just tacking it onto the strawberry itself. Okay, so once we get it on here, kind of cup it in your hand a little bit with the last stitch location at the opening where your thumb and forefinger are. Go ahead and tack it onto the strawberry below. Do a little bit of a back stitch and then come out the strawberry further down the row, making sure you grab that strawberry, the pink part or whatever color your strawberry is, and just kind of go all the way around with this. A little bit of a tack it on there. So bringing it forward to the front, and we're back where we started. So it's relatively attached well. You can still see under her skirts to what's going on down below, but that isn't going to matter. Like I said, when you put your yo-yo or your crochet flower on the top, it's not going to show through. So then fold back some of your chiffon and get in underneath so you can tack it down even better. I'm doing this just like I did the acorns. I'm going to grab a little section. Go through. Oops. Through, do at least twice. On the third time, then we're going to wrap it about 4 times. Pull that down to a really good tight knot. And then bury your loose thread. And trim. Okay? Okay. And then, like I said, when you add your little lovely on it, I'm recommending, maybe I'll add a video to it, but we'll go all the way around, but not all the way to the end. We want to just maybe to the edges of these petals so that it is a little bit loose, but not so loose that you can see what's going on under her skirt.